Hello everyone, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to a new episode of Assassin's Creed Unity, but this is not any normal Let's Play walkthrough. This will be like, I don't know, kind of like a retrospective kind of point of view video. This is like kind of out of the ordinary, but if you guys want a full Let's Play walkthrough of this game, you guys can go check that out on the channel, on the SA Prime Game House channel, which, yeah, if you just want more Let's Play walkthroughs, that's your channel. But if you guys kind of want to see like my retrospect review kind of videos, this is where you guys can get all of that. But yeah, let's just talk about this game. But first of all, I just want to say something real quick. This game, the topics, I want to split it up into three parts, into like three topics. So it'll be the gameplay, story mode, and just my advice if you guys should buy this game, all in all. Now first, let's just get right into it. The story. So the story of Assassin's Creed Unity isn't really that much of a difference compared to the other ones. It's still the same conflict, assassins versus Templars type of thing, but this year around they're just changing it up a little bit. And as you see here, I don't know what all that stuff is about. The Triumph of Borges, wonder what that's all about. Comment down below what you guys think that's all about. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, first topic I just wanted to talk about was the story. And yeah, the story, as I said, hasn't really changed that much. But what we do notice here is that this game is something else. I just wanted to point that out, that it's something else, that I think you guys should check it out. But anyways, the story is all about Arnaud Victor Dorian, an assassin from the 1700s during the French Revolution, François de Révolution, which I personally am not a huge fan of that decision, just because I don't know, it's not really my cup of tea. I mean, it's all up to you guys how you guys view this part of the story. I mean, to me it's not all that much of a difference if you know, you compare it to the other Assassin's Creed games, which I think are all fantastic games. Except for Odyssey. I mean, Odyssey is a good game. I mean, it's just that, no, it's not really that much about assassins. I mean, if they want to talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they should not make it part of the Assassin's Creed verse. Maybe like a different game, like just title it just Odyssey. That would just be a great decision on my part. But hey, opinion's an opinion. So the story of this game takes place during the 1700s. You play as an assassin, Arnaud Victor Dorian. But now the character Arnaud Victor Dorian, he starts off as a very strong character. Throughout the game you see him progress in a way that's not really like it's not like in a way that I would say that you guys should follow. I mean, yes, he's a good character, but he's not really that up to standards. But Ezio, I mean, is like a cardboard cutout of Ezio, just toned down a little bit, you know. I mean, there are parts where he's like real serious when he actually needs to be, and there are parts where he's just like all jokes, all jokes. But half the game you play as him, before he becomes an assassin, he's all like this fun and jokes kind of guy, kind of like Ezio, how he was all fun and jokes, but when he became an assassin, started to adopt this more serious kind of tone on him. Now, that's really not much of a thing. I would just like brush that off. A lot of people would just brush that off because it's not really something that you would consider to be very important to part of the story, if you see where I'm coming from. But yeah, the parkour of this game is very smooth. That's just what I wanted to say. But the characters in the game involving the story, they kind of feel out of place. I mean, Elise, she was like part of like the main character. I mean, obviously she is a main character, but obviously sometimes she, in some of the game play, she kind of feels out of place. If you guys know what I'm saying, like if you have played the game, just play it and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, she just kind of feels out of place. If I wanted to say that about the story, she does really she does really get that much involved in the game, but that's just how you guys would depend on this stuff. But if you do prefer that, yeah, that's cool. If you prefer someone who's really involved into the game, but she does bring a lot to the story. That's just what I want to say. If since we are talking about the story here, she does bring a lot to the table, which I do think she is the best. Also because my guy Arnold did the best thing. I'm also a red guy. I'm also interested in redheaded. I kind of like the redheads. They kind of bring something to the table. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about Elise. And yeah, on to the next character. I wanted to say that all the other I won't really spoil that much of the game, but if you guys do really wanna skip that part of the story of this retrospect kind of video, you guys can skip to this time over here at top. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about the game. But also I also wanted to say about the story of the game is that it kind of switches on about like, should you or should you not, like, yeah, should they or should you not type of relationship with Arno and Elise. That's one of the biggest focusing points on this game, because it really is a romance type of game. If you think about it, it's more of a romance type of game, because really it's Paris, guys. Paris is the city of love. The city of love. It's more of like a romance type of game. If you're into those type of games, yeah, then this game is for you. Honestly, it is for you. So next topic I want to talk about was the, drumroll please, the story. Now the story what, no, sorry, cut that down. Now the next topic I want to talk about was the gameplay. Now the gameplay of the game is kind of smooth. It's not really that much it hasn't like upgraded a lot, but from the previous Assassin's Creed it kind of looks a bit different. As I said, it's kind of the same thing, blend into a cloud. And yeah, blend, stab, parkour. Now I wanted to focus on the parkour aspects of the game. Now the parkour aspects of the game aren't really that much very like the old Assassin's Creed games. Like the old Assassin's Creed games, it was kind of like I choose whether I want to go there. But now the new Assassin's Creed, yes, it's an open world game, so you do have an option of where you want to go. But you know that in an Assassin's Creed game, like say like you run, you just get stopped. Like he doesn't want to go down. Like I know it's like kind of there in case like some people, because I know a lot of people do mistakes when they run, so it's kind of like, I don't know where I'm going. So yeah, that's just one thing I just kind of have a problem with the game. But that really, honestly, it's not that much of a huge deal. Now honestly, the gameplay is kind of fluid and smooth, type of deal, so it's not really that much of a huge how can I say, it's that much of a huge problem. If you guys enjoy the type of gameplay that's very smooth, yeah, that's all for you. I for one prefer the old Assassin's Creed parkour, because it was just kind of free flowing and much more observative. I mean, yeah, not observative, what am I saying now, much more for everyone, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's just one thing I want to say about the gameplay, and also more about the gameplay, which is kind of sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, my audio kind of cut off there. So as I was saying, with the gameplay, it's not really that much of a huge deal if you think about it. So the gameplay is kind of buggy, I will say, because I've heard a lot of people saying that the gameplay was kind of buggy in the first time the game came out, which yeah, I kind of understand why people say that this is kind of the worst out of all the Assassin's Creed games. So yeah, if you're kind of like me, I'm much more of a story mode guy, so the glitches in this game kind of didn't really bug me, mostly because I think it was kind of like the patches, when the patches were already up and stuff. So when I bought the game, it wasn't really that much yes, there were bugs, glitches and stuff like that, but it wasn't really that much of affecting my gameplay, if I may say. But honestly, the game is kind of free flowing, which is, yeah, that's good. But as I said before, I prefer to be a little bit much more fluent, if free minded, if I might say. Now the next topic I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is my thoughts. Should you guys buy this game or should you not buy this game? I say this game you should buy. Most because it expands much more lore of the Assassin's Creed verse. Much more, and it covers much more ground about the Assassin's Creed games, and whether you should or should not buy it, that's all up to you. It doesn't really matter what you guys think. I mean, well, it's all up to you. I mean, it does matter what you guys think. Sorry about that. But yeah, it does matter what you guys think, so that's why you guys should buy this game. For the people who prefer games that are much more, that get to the point, yeah, then this game is not for you. I prefer to play games that much really get to the point. And unfortunately, games like Assassin's Creed 3 and Unity, they didn't really get to the point that fast. So that might be the problem for some people. So yeah, I prefer games that, really fast forward. I mean, not fast forward, but they really get to the point. This game wasn't really the story of the game wasn't that rushed. It really took its time to explain the characters of this game, which, yeah, that's kind of a good thing, and which is why you guys should go ahead and buy this game. It's for everyone, basically. It's a romance game, action packed. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Unity and why you guys should buy it or why you guys should not buy it. If you guys think not, why you guys should buy it, comment down below and tell me what you guys think about Assassin's Creed Unity. Have you played or have you not played it? Let's talk about that down in the comments below. And yeah, peace.